All right, thanks so much for staying. This is the AM show, and it's time to talk sports with me, Benedict Osu. And of course, in our very first story, we focus on the Ghana Premier League. Matches were played across the country in week 7 of the Premier League. At the Accra Stadium was Accra Great Olympics that played host to Wafa. Wafa were coming into the game after losing to Liberty Professionals at their own backyard by 2-1. But they bounced back to winning ways after beating Accra Great Olympics by a goal to nil. So the result of match day 7 on your screen. Karela actually started it all on Friday, beating Legon Cities by 3-0 at their Park, and then Omina Sharks drew 1-1 with 11 wonders. Ash Gold in their game against Ebuson Dwarfs won by a goal to nil. Accra Great Olympics, as I mentioned, at the Accra Stadium lost 1-0 to Wafa. Intalais also on Friday beat Ken Faisal by 4-2. Aduana Stars left it very late in their game against Mediama SC, and what a season is having. Yahya Mohammed scored again for Aduana Stars. Asante Kotoko had to dig deep to get a point in their game against Liberty Professionals, as that game ended 1-1 at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. And Dreams FC in their game against Accra Heartfolk, the Phobians, after that defeat to Asante Kotoko last weekend, bounced back to winning ways as they won that game by a goal to nil, with the only goal of the game coming from Kofi Koji. And then Bechem United handed Bekum Chelsea their first defeat of the season, 2-1. That game ended. Now time to get reactions from the games that were played, and we'll start at the Accra Sports Stadium. And Wafa coach Prosper Nate was happy for the side's win over Accra Great Olympics.
Especially coming from the backdrop that we've drawn series of our matches, and then we lost our last match at home. So we had it at the back of our minds that we had to get the maximum points here. So we are happy. And especially based on the fact that we played as planned. Tactically, we were very compact, and then we broke our way easily from our defense into the final third of Olympics, which in one of the cases brought about the goal. So I'm happy tactically what we trained about our training, we were able to use it in the match.
So that was Wafa coach Prosper Nate. Well, for Accra Great Olympics coach, that's Prince Kofi, he blamed the defeat on Wafa to poor officiating.
It is sad. I'm not happy. After putting up a splendid performance and not getting the result. Times, if you have very good performance, it should reflect in the result. Unfortunately, today it couldn't happen that way. We lost, and I'm not happy. The referee's, performance today was abysmal. That's how I would describe it. A great deal. He contributed to, our defeat. To be honest with you, I don't normally complain about officiating, but it has happened. So we only have to accept it and go back to the drawing board and go and face King Faisal, who are our next opponents.
Of course, and there will be more reactions when you join us at 2 on Sports Today from the Ghana Premier League. Away from the Premier League, let's quickly check what happened in the English Premier League. And debut delight for Bergwijn as Spurs defeated Manchester City at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium by 2-0. Also, Liverpool, as I mentioned in my intro, have opened a 22-point lead after beating Southampton by 3-0. It was actually 4-0 in that game, and Leicester in their game against Chelsea drew 2-2 at the Park Stadium. Highlights of the matches for you.